The big story, though, from this was Jimmy Butler getting undercut there on a first-half rebound attempt, and he fell hard on his tailbone. Eventually sent him limping back to the locker room where he would remain for the rest of the night, and he's going to get an MRI today back in the Bay Area. We'll wait to see whether he can play in Game 3, but this had an impact, removing Jimmy Butler from the Warriors' offense, and even defensively, maybe being one of those guys that could have slowed down Jalen Green a little bit. What do you think?
Well, good sign is that Jimmy Butler played 2 more possessions after that and then said, I got to get the heck off this floor and get out of there, so we will see what the MRI says. That being said, and why I had to kind of wonder when you said you were undercut by Amen Thompson, this was Steven Adams that caused this injury.
Oh.
Yes.
Okay.
After watching
what about Draymond?
After watching it a billion times. Yeah, Draymond Green definitely touched Amen Thompson, but I think this happens only because of Steven Adams. This happens regardless whether or not Draymond Green touched him or not, because Steven Adams was going for the offensive rebound. He knew where he was going. He's a monstrous man. He's got a plan. Amen Thompson jumped up into the air. Steven Adams went to his spot, and he just propelled off of Amen Thompson. That 65-pound difference sent Amen Thompson flying. And yeah, Draymond Green touched his arm a little bit. It's kind of like a WWE wrestling thing where a guy is flying across the ring and the guy sort of whips him. I mean, really, regardless, Steven Adams caused Amen Thompson to go flying into Jimmy Butler's butt. And that's what
guys were fighting for a rebound, and then Amen Thompson trips and then goes crashing under Jimmy Butler. I don't think anyone's to blame. I think they're just trying to go get a board because it's playoff basketball.
But everybody wants to blame Draymond Green.
Oh, I mean, I'm joking about that.
No, a lot of people want to blame Draymond Green because people blame Draymond Green. I got no problem blaming Draymond Green when it's Draymond Green's fault. But in this case, Steven Adams gives him a shove. It is unfortunate. I do think the Rockets were going to win this game regardless.
They were up.
They were up 7 when Jimmy Butler got hit. They're playing so well at cutting way behind the Golden State Warriors with those baseline cuts. They had 3 dunks and 1 layup in the first 9 minutes of this game. The baseline cuts were awesome. Jalen Green was obviously finding guys. He found Amen Thompson twice, and he started scoring the ball. And you might say, well, Amen Thompson also got into foul trouble in this game. So if he leaves, can the Warriors fight back? Maybe. But this was the Rockets figuring out Warriors team plays up defensively. They lack size, and the Rockets were doing a good job of getting to the baseline.
Yeah, there's internal belief that Jimmy Butler's going to be okay. It's nothing too serious. Again, Game 3 is uncertain, but man, the diagnosis here, identical to recent Warriors injuries that sidelined Curry and Kuminga, with these like tailbone injuries or pelvic intrusions or whatever they're called. Curry ended up missing 1 game in the regular season. I guess Kuminga missed a couple.
I thought it was the flip. I thought it was Curry missed 2. Kuminga missed 1, but it is basically a pain tolerance thing. I think it's pelvic contusion, not pelvic intrusion.
Yeah, what did I say?
Pelvic intrusion's a little bit different.
You don't know what I was doing last night.
Open up your Butler. Pelvis is one of the funniest words on the human body.
Yeah.
I mean, name 5 funnier words. You can't do it. Maybe
I'd say
frenulum.
Oh, that's a good one.
I don't even know that one.
That's the little courage hangy ball in the back of your throat.
No.
No, wait, that's the uvula. That's also on the list. My bad. Nonetheless, tough stuff for Jimmy. That looked like it really hurt. Yeah. It's going to be a pain tolerance thing. Unfortunately for him, he's got to sit on his butt anytime he flies back to the Bay, that kind of stuff. Ask the stream team who was at fault for the Jimmy fall. 47% think it's a total accident. 36% of the blame goes to Draymond Green, and then 16% goes to Amen Thompson, is what the stream team says. Definitely Warriors fans thought it was Amen Thompson's fault because he's got a little bit of a reputation here. He had a hard foul on Giannis. He's kind of been a little reckless, more so above the shoulders, I think, on some plays this year because he plays so hard defensively. But I'm with you guys. I think it was an accident. There's a lot of bodies flying around in the lane, and that's kind of, somebody's going to get hurt when the referees let the game play out the way they've let this series play out so far. It's super rough inside. When Steven Adams is in, it's going to be even rougher inside. They got their biggest guys out there in Looney as well, so a body went flying. Unfortunately, it was so poorly timed that Jimmy got taken out of the air. Man, the fall looked totally nasty, but the Warriors are in trouble if Jimmy can't play. I mean, I don't think they'll win a game that Jimmy isn't healthy for unless Steph goes for 45, 50 points.
Right.